My dear, when the truth escapes your lips, every shadow in your family stares back. They never knew your silence screamed louder than any lie you told. The weight of their knowing crushes you harder than your own regret ever could. Behind every whispered secret, your family's eyes suddenly carry unfamiliar storms. The room thickened, their smiles fractured like glass beneath the truth. You became the unexpected story they'd never prepared to read aloud. The night your family learned, the walls swallowed every unsaid apology whole. Your bare soul laid bare in the harsh light of their judgment. They see your cracks now, every hidden fracture on cruel display. Your silence betrayed you, and suddenly every face turned stranger. How do you face them when their knowing feels like an endless war? Every family dinner now tastes of bitter truths and broken trust. The secret you carried like a fragile flame was snatched by their cruel hands. Said a word, the universe had already spilled your shame. You're not just exposed, you're rewritten in their minds forever. Their eyes don't see the person you are, only the story they now tell. When family knows, love is no longer a refuge, but a battlefield. You watch them choose sides and wonder if you still belong. The silence between you is louder than any confession could ever be. Your truth felt like a confession and a curse all at once. When your world splits open, even those who love you fear the shards. Their knowing is a quiet storm that rattles your every breath. Every glance holds a question you're too broken to answer. The family's whispers cut deeper than any shout you could make. They found your cracks and built walls you cannot climb. Your secret became the poison that tainted every family photo. The moment they found out, your heart learned what loneliness really means. They don't understand the wounds you carry, only the scars they see. Your truth is a ghost haunting the rooms where laughter used to live. Their knowing makes you invisible. The you they wanted vanished. The family's eyes are gates, some open, some slammed shut forever. You were the story they buried. Now the story they can't stop telling. Their discovery feels like a sentence, but your soul was never a prisoner. You carry their judgment like a weight that sinks you in quicksand. Their eyes betrayed the distance growing with every secret revealed. Your shame is their feast, and you, the bitter course they chew. They saw your truth and recoiled, but you were always real. When your family learns, you become a myth twisted by fear and silence. You never lied, only survived. And that's the hardest truth for them. Their love feels conditional now, a fragile thread stretched too thin. The room shrinks when your secret becomes the elephant no one names. They found the hidden you, and the family portrait cracked. You wear their knowing like a scarlet letter carved deep inside. Every smile hides a question. How much did you really hide? Their knowledge is a mirror showing only your broken reflection. The weight of truth broke the fragile peace you once held. Their eyes say, you're different now, but you never left. Your family's knowing rewrote the rules of who you can be. Your secret is a shadow they chase, but never truly catch. The family's silence screams louder than any accusation. You stand alone where they expected a familiar face. Your truth is a wound, and they're knowing the salt in it. They wanted perfection, but found your bleeding honesty instead. You thought you were alone, until your whole family knew. Their whispers follow you like ghosts in every empty room. The day they found out, you lost their innocence, and maybe yourself. You are the story they tell when you're not in the room. The weight of their eyes turns your heart into a battleground. Your family's discovery tore through your soul like a winter storm. They hold your truth like a weapon. But it's your pain too. Your secret isn't theirs to judge, yet they carry it anyway. The family's knowing is a silence that screams betrayal. They never asked. But their knowing changed everything anyway. You hide in plain sight, but their eyes see through your walls. The secret's out, but the healing is just beginning. Somewhere deep inside, their gaze burns holes where your wounds refuse to heal. You're the puzzle piece that no longer fits their picture. The family's knowing is a weight dragging you beneath the surface. They know, and suddenly, you're a stranger in your own home. The truth slipped from your lips, and the world shifted beneath you. They found your cracks, and the silence shattered into shards. Your story is now a whisper shared behind closed doors. Their knowing turned love into a fragile, trembling ghost. You are the secret they never wanted to uncover, yet now can't ignore. The moment your family knew, the ground beneath you gave way. They see your truth and recoil, unable to hold both love and pain. The weight of their knowing is heavier than your darkest nights. You are a storm they feared, now standing fierce and exposed. Your secret was a wound. Now it's a story etched in their minds. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They swallowed your secret like poison, and now it courses through every family vein. When the truth bled out, their eyes turned icy. Love turned to war. The family knew, and your heart learned how to break twice. They hold your truth like a torch, burning, blinding, unforgiving. Your silence was a fortress. Now it's a ruin they wander through. When family knows, every smile becomes a question you can't answer. Their whispers crawl under your skin, tattooing shame where love once lived. You didn't hide to deceive, but to protect what you thought was fragile. The secret spilled, and with it, your family's fragile peace shattered. They never saw your scars until the silence broke and bled. Your family's knowing turned home into a house of shattered mirrors. The truth is a wound open wide, and their eyes are the salt. You stand naked where their judgment reigns like cold thunder. The family's knowing is a shadow that follows, no matter how far you run. And they found your cracks and thought you were broken. But you're still breathing. When your secret is out, their eyes see a stranger in your skin. Your story became their secret weapon, sharper than any knife. They never asked, yet they hold your truth like it's theirs to break. The moment your family knew, the weight of loneliness doubled. They see your truth, but not the courage it took to live it. Your secret is a ghost haunting every corner of your family's world. The silence after truth is a roar only broken souls can hear. When family knows, love feels like glass, beautiful, but easily shattered. You carry their judgment like a tattoo you never chose. The family's knowing made you an outsider in the place you grew. Your truth is a flame. They fear it, but it's yours to hold. They found your darkness and recoiled. Blinded by their own light, your story is no longer yours alone. It lives in their eyes now. The truth was a wound. Their knowing poured salt without mercy. When the family knows, the past becomes a cage. You can't escape. Their eyes hold questions you're too tired to answer anymore. You didn't break. The family's knowing is a storm shaking every root you have. Your silence was a secret garden. Now it's a battlefield. When they know everything, even love feels like an accusation. Your truth was a spark. Their fear turned it to wildfire. They see your truth, but not the hands that built you up. Family's knowing turned familiar voices into strangers' whispers. Your secret is a shadow you can never outrun. They hold your story like a dagger, but you still stand. The moment they found out, your world cracked wide open. Their knowing makes your heart a stranger in its own home. The family's silence after the truth is a wound bleeding cold. You are the story they fear but can't stop telling. When family knows, every word feels like a slow unraveling. They found your cracks, but never the strength beneath. Your truth is a river, unstoppable, wild, and terrifying to them. Their knowing turned love's light into shadows you walk through alone. You never lied, but the truth broke the fragile family spell. The family's eyes hold storms you ready to weather. Your secret slipped out, and the world you knew shifted forever. They carry your truth like a burden heavier than you can bear. When family knows, home feels like a place you've lost. The silence after truth is a cold wind cutting through bones. Your story became a fracture running deep beneath family smiles. They hold your truth like a secret meant to punish, not heal. Your heart is a battlefield where love and betrayal fight endlessly. The family's knowing is a wound wrapped in broken promises. When they found out, you lost their innocence and found your own strength. Your secret is a flame that burns. Your truth was a storm. Now you stand drenched but unbroken. They saw your cracks and turned away, but you remain whole. When family knows, silence speaks louder than any confession. Your story is a shadow dance in the spaces they refuse to see. The weight of their knowing crushes, but your soul resists breaking. Their knowing turned love into a fragile thread. Taut and trembling, you stand exposed where they wanted perfection. That is power. The family's silence after the truth is a grave you refuse to lie in. Their knowing tore down your walls. Now you stand naked beneath cold, unforgiving stars. You became the secret they whisper when the lights go out. Family's eyes no longer hold love, only questions without answers. Your truth escaped like a ghost, haunting every family gathering now. They found your cracks and mapped your pain as if it was theirs. When the family knows, silence becomes the loudest scream you'll ever hear. The moment they knew, your past unraveled thread by fragile thread. Your story is a wound, raw and bleeding beneath their judging gaze. The family's knowing is a shadow that follows you through daylight. You are the myth they refuse to understand, yet cannot forget. Their eyes hold storms you learn to survive alone. You became the secret lost between whispered words and cold stares. When your family knows, love becomes a fragile glass about to shatter. Your silence broke before your words ever could. Now they see everything. They never saw the battle within, only the scars it left behind. The family's knowing turned familiar faces into strangers' masks. Your truth is a wildfire, terrifying, unstoppable, and utterly yours. They hold your story like a curse, not knowing it's your survival. When the secret spills, home feels like a stranger's house. You are a storm they fear, now exposed but unbroken. The family's silence after truth is a wound deep and aching. Your secret became their poison, seeping into every family vein. They found your cracks and recoiled, but you remain fierce and whole. When family knows, every glance is a question you dare not answer. Your truth is a shadow they chase but can never truly catch. The moment they learned, the world you knew quietly collapsed. They see your wounds, but not the strength beneath the scars. Your family's knowing turned love into a fragile, trembling ghost. You stand exposed where they demanded perfection, and that is power. Their judgment is a weight you carry silently, unbowed. When your secret is out, the past becomes a cage you cannot escape. The family's eyes reflect what they fear most, your real self. You wear their knowing like a scarlet letter you never asked for. The truth was a wound. Their knowing poured salt without mercy. You never lied. You only survived, and that terrifies them. Their silence after truth is a cold wind cutting through bones. When they found out, your heart learned how to break twice. Your story became a whisper shared behind closed doors and trembling lips. The family's knowing is a storm shaking every root you have. You carry their judgment like a tattoo etched on your soul. The moment your family knew, your world cracked wide open. Their eyes hold questions you're too tired to answer. When family knows, love feels like glass. Beautiful but fragile, your truth was a spark. Their fear turned it to wildfire. They found your darkness and turned away, blinded by their own light. Your secret is a river, unstoppable, wild, terrifying to them. The family's knowing rewrote the rules of who you can be. You stand naked where their judgment reigns like cold thunder. Their whispers tattoo shame where love once lived. When the truth bled out, Their eyes turned icy. Love turned war. They hold your truth like a dagger, sharp and unforgiving. You became the story they never prepared to read aloud. The family knew, and your heart learned loneliness and knew. You are the stranger in your own home, unseen and unspoken. Your secrets slipped from your lips, and the world shifted beneath. Their knowing is a silence that screams betrayal. The family's eyes hold storms you weren't ready to weather. Your story is no longer yours. It lives in their eyes now. They see your cracks, but never the strength beneath. When family knows, silence speaks louder than any confession. You are the secret they never wanted to uncover, yet can't ignore. The moment your family knew, the ground beneath gave way. Their eyes betrayed the distance growing with every secret revealed. You carry their knowing like a shadow you can never outrun. The truth slipped out, and the world you knew crumbled. The family's silence after truth is a wound bleeding cold. Your secret is a flame, burning destruction and rebirth alike. When they found out, you lost their innocence, found your own strength. They hold your story like a weapon, sharper than any knife. Your truth is a wound, their knowing the salt in it. When family knows, you become a stranger in your own story. Their knowing made you invisible. The you they wanted vanished. The silence between you is louder than any confession. You stand alone where they expected a familiar face. Your secret spilled, and with it the fragile family peace shattered. They never asked, but their knowing changed. Everything anyway. Your story became a fracture beneath family smiles.